really very funny young lady who I can say wrote a lot of jokes for Joan Rivers.
So many.
So many. She wrote for Joan Rivers.
She wrote 10.
She wrote 10 jokes for Joan Rivers. I wrote 50 jokes for Rodney Dangerfield, and I got paid for 4.
At least you got $50 each.
No, 25.
I got 10.
Oh.
But that's why I'm here tonight, because I got paid so very much money. Thank you, everyone. So who doesn't know me here? You don't know me, do you? I'm not the love child of Barbara Streisand and Barry Manilow. Is this work? Is this on? So, well, we got a new crowd today. That's so nice, because you know why it's nice? Guess why it's nice? You won't hear me say jokes that you hear me say every month. But I purposely prepared some new jokes for those who see me every month. Like the comedians, for example, and you too. Thanks for being here. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about is that I know it's summer vacation and I'm retired, but I taught in a really tough school. Like when we were young, we used to read the Dick and Jane books. I don't know about you, but anybody else a teacher in here? You were a teacher? Well, remember the kids used to read Run, Spot, Run, See, Spot, Run? Yes, and you didn't teach that, so I shouldn't have just said that without assuming that you did. So anyway, this is how I had to teach these tough kids how to read. Run, Spot, Run. Dick's got a gun. Spot is a pit bull. Run, teacher, run. And those were the 10th graders. But I wanted to tell you about what happened, and this is especially dedicated to someone in this room who probably was there, knows a lot about this. And that's John in the back. So I went to Woodstock 50 years ago, and I went to Coachella, which is a rock concert, in a big place 50 years later. So I want to tell you the difference because, of course, we all got older. But the rock stars were the exact same rock stars in both shows. So like Paul McCartney from the Beatles, he was in both, and he was singing in Coachella this year, Maybe I'm Amazed. And I said, Paul, maybe I'm amazed that you could stand there for 3 hours. I could barely walk from there to here. And then Mick Jagger singing Let's Spend the Night Together. How many of you know that Rolling Stone song? Because if you don't, I'll change it to Satisfaction. I'm flexible. So Mick Jagger singing Satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. And then Mick Jagger has the nerve to go like this. He wants us to sing a verse of Satisfaction to him. I said, no, Mick Jagger. I stood up. Thousands of people. I said, no. I paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars with the plane fare. I'm laying down here in this desert. It was a desert trip, it's called. I said, no, you're going to sing Satisfaction to me. I'm not going to sing a whole verse. Once I said it was Neil Young singing Heart of Gold. This lady came up to me after the show. She said, I'm so surprised Neil Young would do that to make the audience sing a verse. I said, no, it's a joke. So I decided to use Mick Jagger. I'm giving you the ins and outs of the comedy business right now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so anyway, there was 2 tents. One was at Woodstock and one was at Coachella. The tent at Woodstock was for bad acid trips. The tent at Coachella was for bad acid indigestion. And 3 people lost their virginity at Woodstock. 3 people lost their dentures at Coachella. So that's Coachella, ladies and gentlemen. But I am getting older. Anyone else like me getting older? You are, sir? Ladies. The one person who raises his hand knows my set better than I do. No, but seriously, I want to be very intimate with you today, because here we are in Nassau County. I came all the way from Queens to tell you something very personal about me. I'm losing my hair. Can't tell because I covered up. I'm losing my hair, but I know where it's going. It's going to my knuckles. That's where the macrame bracelet is. Because when you go through the change, you can make a bracelet out of you.
We're in Queens.
Where in Queens? Oh, a heckler. No, I'm kidding. I live in Bayside. I'm from Nassau.
We're in Bayside.
Oh my gosh. And you came all the way here to see us?
See you.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Because we're neighbors every day, I'll be knocking on your door trying out new material.
Okay.
But I am from Nassau. I'm from Elmont. You know, you could say it's the home of the Belmont racetrack or unfortunately the cemetery. You know what it is for me? The Salvation Army, because I am addicted to garage sales, thrift shops. I'll tell you a story. Once, my brother knows that I made myself the president and sole proprietor of Garage Sales Anonymous because I'm so addicted to going to garage sales. and he said, you brought all this stuff home and your house is full. You gotta stop. So I said, I'm the president of Garage Sales Anonymous. I promised I wouldn't go anymore. So you know how like when your siblings move away, you call them when you can. So I'm at this rummage sale in Bayside on Bell Boulevard at that church that's round.
Right.
So I'm there and I just thought, I could call my brother. So I called my brother and he goes, where are you? I said, oh, I'm at the rummage sale at the church. He said, Helene, I thought you were the president of and sole proprietor of Garage Sales Anonymous. I said, you know what I just did? That's like a drunk calling their sponsor from a bar. I just didn't realize. So anyway, I also want to tell you, these crazy message machines, you know, I call my doctor, and the message machine says, if you have cancer of the esophagus, cancer of the lung, if you have problems with your urethra, please hold on, we'll be right with you. It's so sing-songy. And then I'm holding and holding, and the lady comes on and I go, wow, I'm sorry. I don't have any of those fun things that your message sounded like. It was so much fun. I just called about my bill. Then I call the pharmacy, same thing. If you have warts, if you have callus, if you have dandruff, please stay on the line. We'll be happy to help you. I'm missing out. I was just checking up on my prescription. Something new. Look, for you, sir, it's for you because it's something different. So I try to do different things when I go. So anyway, any questions? So far I am a school teacher. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Joan Rivers story since he brought it up. I'm very proud of the fact that I sent her jokes back in the 80s, and she did tell my joke on the Johnny Carson show. So she comes out and she says, it was Income Tax Day. And remember the song, Let's Get Physical, Physical, Physical by, yeah. So it was that time of that hit song. It was the 80s. So she comes out and she says, the first thing out of her mouth, she comes, out and she goes, today is Income Tax Day, and my accountant's dancing around the office going, let's get fiscal, fiscal, and they didn't laugh. And then she says, let's get fiscal, fiscal, and they don't laugh. Then she goes, she gets mad at them. Let's get fiscal, fiscal, because that was supposed to be my great joke. So it was funny that she said it 3 times. And the other joke, that wasn't even the joke, but that's usually when I laugh between jokes. The other joke that she said on Johnny Carson, I taped it because I used to study her, just like he said, who's your favorite? I used to tape them in those days. So I was lucky enough to tape it that I have my joke on a VHS and a DVD. So anyway, the other joke was, in LA there were so many divorces that I joined the Infidelity Savings Bank. So I did send her 10. She sent $10 for each. I'm very proud of it. But there's a 6-page contract that you sign. I don't know if you had this in those days. 6 pages saying I'll never say the jokes ever again. So when she died, I said, wow, she's dead now. I mean, I was very sorry, but I said, now maybe because she's dead, I can tell the other 8 jokes out loud. And then I went, but her lawyer isn't dead. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Now, I never signed anything with Dangerfield, and he paid me, I wrote about 40 jokes, and he said, if he uses them, he'll pay you. I never heard him use the ones I wrote. I wrote 4 jokes for him. The one which was my favorite was, when I'm with a woman, imagine Rodney saying this. When I'm with a woman, I can't last. It's no good. So I started to think about songs. I would sing songs to myself, and I was singing a song this one time, and I was fine until about the part. I used to sing the Star Spangled Banner. I was fine until about the bombs bursting in air, and he paid me for it, but I never heard him do it, and I wrote 3 others. Yeah, I'm optimistic about sex. When I go away overnight, I bring a dozen prophylactics, but I come home with 13. I never heard him do that either, but I got paid. That was a good one. It was, I can't even remember the other 2.
You tell them now.
Now I can tell him, yeah. Okay, we have a really special guest for you today. Everybody here has been special, I want to thank Howard was here, Dr. Harry Friedman, Helene. Who else was here? Oh, here he is. We're going to bring up a man who's been in the comedy business for over 35 years, and two years ago, no, like 2014. 2014, he was voted the world at the New York Comedy Club, the New York City's funniest Jewish comedian. Yeah, and he's not only is he a great comedian, he's a great promoter of shows. He does shows all over Long Island where he, sometimes I've even opened for some of the people. He has an Elvis impersonator who's one of the best. He was just at Nassau, at Westbury. This fellow, Steve Mitchell, he has a Cher impersonator, Louise Bruno, is that her name, right? He has a John Travolta guy, Willie Sacco, impersonator. Huh? He's got a Howard Newman impersonator. No, that's him. That's high-powered Howard. And he also opens for the Drifters, or the Drifter, one of the Drifters, Linwood Peel, who gave him this jacket. So let's have a warm welcome for my good friend, Mr. High-Powered Howard. Yo, yo, yo.
All right.
High-Powered Howard.
Hello, the song? The song?
It's on.
Wow. You know, he gave me some nice credits, you know. I've come a long way. As a youngster, I was an unwanted child. Imagine that. I was an unwanted child. Now I'm wanted in 3 states. Anyway, hear about that fight this weekend? That Mayweather and McGregor, there's a big fight. I can't understand.